Hello, this is Pop Uniform 1 Oscar Whiskey Lima. And in the last Coffee and Ham Radio show, during the discussion of antenna tuners, there was a question that somehow bothered me because I couldn't answer quickly. Whether it's different to put the antenna tuner by the antenna feed point or by the transceiver, if whether it makes difference. And I'm using today a tool that Hollywood's talked about on the chat called SimNEC. It's the same thing as the old SimSmith. And I'm going to show you the difference on having the tuner by the transceiver or by the antenna feed point. Let's change to the SimNEC tool. So what I have here is the SimNEC main window, but what I need is to focus on the left upper left corner. So let me do that. Okay, so right here what I have is a circuit, a transmission circuit with a generator, which is our transceiver, and it's sending 100 watts out. Then I have 33 meters, that's 100 feet for you on the Freedom Units countries of LMR 400, and antenna that's roughly resonant. It's only 30 ohm reactive, but it has a 450 ohms resistance. So it's pretty unmatched. And we see that because the transceiver is seeing 6.4 SWR. And 13 watts are being spent on the cable. And worse than that, 33 watts are being sent out by the antenna. So where is the 66 less 13, let's say 40 something watts? They are going back to the transceiver and hitting the finals. So that's why we need a tuner. It's not because we need to fix this antenna and it's almost resonant, but it's really bad for your finals here. And in SimNEC, we have a tuner block, which is this one here. And it's automatic on the default configuration. So when I drop in, it will act as an auto antenna tuner. So let me place here just by the transceiver. Okay, now the transceiver is happy. It has a 1-to-1 SWR. So from this point on, is everything okay? The tuner itself, it's losing 1.2 watts, which is almost nothing for a 100-watt transmission, and making the transceiver happy. We're sending out 70 watts on the load itself, which is really good. It's almost double the power we were sending before. So have we improved it? Yes and no, because now we're losing almost 30 watts on the cable. So the cable is getting hot and losing a lot of power. So how can we fix this? Well, the first way is to move the tuner to the feed point of the antenna. Now, what we have here, we have almost 90 watts. That's 3 times the power we were putting out without the tuner at all. The tuner is spending a little more power, just 1.5 watts, but still is still low on the losses. But now the cable is spending only the nominal loss, which is 7.8 watts. That's the copper loss. That's the resistive loss. You can only fix that by changing the cable. So we're pretty much home free. And again, your transceiver is very happy with that. The cable is happy with that. The tuner, not so much. Is spending a little more effort. But now you're putting out 90 watts on the antenna, and now it's up to the antenna efficiency to put out the signal. So as we can see, placing the tuner by the end point and the feed point of the antenna is the best choice, but it's not always possible. Can we have a compromise on that? Oh, hell yes. Let's say we're using this tool. This tool is really good for experimenting before going to the field. The results are pretty much spot on the experimental. So I can change it to manual, and let's say I have a 150 PF and 3.5. I made a 3.5 microhenry coil here. So right now I'm not spot on. The SWR is pretty good yet. It's 1.3, and the cable is still losing just a few watts, 7.9. That's zero point 0.2 watts than the baseline. So just placing two components on the feed point improves a lot of your overall transmission loss. And now the internal tuner of 7300, for instance, can tune that and make the transceiver really happy at cost of just a few milliwatts more on the coaxial cable. So if you can make the feed point of the antenna closer to 50 ohms, it doesn't have to be perfect. But if you bring it down to somewhere on the ballpark, everything on the transmission system is gonna be happier, and it's gonna be much easier for your antenna tuner to match the transceiver. So that's what I wanted to explain on this small video, and feel free to comment. 73 Papa Uniform 1 Oscar Whiskey Lima. Bye.